I just filmed my own face.
Thanks everybody for being here today. First question, would you like to be able to shoot an apple out of someone's head?
Yes.
Would you like to feel like Katniss Everdeen?
Yes.
All right. Well, that's why I'm here today, to show you how to shoot a bow and arrow. All right. Well, you know, archery is a fun sport. It can also be used for hunting and fishing, if you didn't know that. Now, you might be wondering, what makes me qualified to give you this information? Well, I was on the archery team for 5 years, starting in 5th grade. I've been to many tournaments around the world. I also went to the World Championship for archery. I was there. I actually shot a 289, which was my best score in my archery career. Thank you. Thank you very much. All right. So first we're going to discuss the equipment that you use in archery. Okay. Next, we're just going to talk about the steps of shooting a bow and arrow. And then last, I'm going to tell you how to find your spot and how to release the arrow, how to aim and then release the arrow. So we'll start with the equipment. This is the only bow certified by the NASP to use in tournaments. It's a Genesis compound bow. They come in all different types of colors. As you can see here, mine is camouflage.
We can't see it.
It's right here.
Because it's camo.
So for a camo bow in a tournament, you actually have to put a piece of tape right here because sights are not allowed, and that could be considerably used as a sight, all the markings on there. So that's why you have that. Anyways, so you can pick whatever type, but it does have to be this Genesis compound bow for tournaments. But if you're hunting or fishing, you can use whatever you want. All right, so now that you have your bow, let's learn how to shoot it, shall we? Okay. Yeah. So, if you were at a tournament, the first thing you would do is line up. There's tape on the ground. There will be a quiver of arrows in front of you, and you have to line up, put the bow on your toe, and you have to sit there for a minute. But you will hear a whistle, and that is when you can shoot. All right. So now this is when you load your arrow into the bow. There's a knot on the string. The arrow will go under it and lay on the rest that's up here. And then when you want to pull back the arrow, you have to get 3 fingers right under the arrow, and I won't pull it back. Actually, I will. And pull it back. And when you pull it back, we like to call them an anchor spot. So it's a place where your finger or the arrow or the string will touch your face so that you know where you're pulling back to each time. It's a way to keep it consistent, you know? Okay, well, so next, once you have it pulled back, the way you want to aim is, well, you're aiming down the arrow. So look down the arrow at the target. A lot of people think that you just aim at the bullseye. This is simply not true. You have to find your spot. So that is why at a tournament, they give you a practice round. You get 5 arrows to find your spot. And after each shot, you want to adjust so that you can figure out where you're supposed to be shooting. Because there's a lot of factors that play into it, like how much weight your bow is pulling back, you know? So you got to make sure you find that spot. All right, well, so when you're ready, when you pull back the bow, you wanna make sure you're staying calm, staying steady, breathe steadily, you know. Don't want to move too much. You find your spot. And then you don't want to just let go, you know. You want to nice and easy, just let your arm go back, you know. You don't want to be gross with it. You want to smoothly, all right. You want to smoothly let go of the arrow. All right, so what we discussed today, we discussed the type of equipment used, the bow used, the steps of shooting the bow and the arrow, the process of finding your spot on the target, and then releasing the bow and arrow. All right, so now you guys are ready to shoot an apple off somebody's head.
Yay!
Pretty good.